Hi everyone, it's Tarrant.
And Stella here from Meeple University. Thank you for joining us.
Today we'll show you a quick how to play or overview for Kingdoms Forlorn, specifically the delve part of the game. Stay tuned.
If you find value from this video later, please hit the like button, subscribe to us, hit the bell and leave your feedback in the comments for others to find.
Now let's get to the game. Kingdoms Forlorn is an immersive game with dungeon crawling, grid-based battle and role-playing character development elements. It was designed by Marcin Welnicki and published by Into the Unknown. The game plays 1 to 4 players with a campaign of over 150 hours gameplay, each session lasting a couple of hours, and is of medium complexity. In this video, we'll talk about the delves, exploratory adventures into the world's kingdoms, and how to unfold the stories of your knights. For a look at the game's clash battle mechanics, check our other video linked in the description below. Kingdoms Forlorn is designed as a solo operative gaming experience, each player commanding a knight and wending its individual tale through the kingdoms according to the objectives in its knightbook, while engaging in cooperative dungeon crawler sessions known as delves with other knights. The game's storybooks are designed such that the knights can swap in and out of a full campaign, and so that the difficulty of each individual delve will scale based on the varying expertise of the knights. The knights' stories will intersect with each other and with the delves in unique ways depending on the order in which you play the campaign. A knight's progress is defined in a number of ways, in its equipment and ability cards, which can be leveled up as the campaign goes on, a character sheet for tracking your resources, statistics and choices, and a knight's storybook. As you progress, you'll explore your knight's backstory with a range of twists and emotions deeper than your average role-playing experience, all emerging as you play. A delve setup is completely variable. Rather than a linear progression between kingdoms and scenarios, players have full non-linear choice of which kingdom to explore. Then the variable delve setup, particularly the building of the decks, adds elements to it from the kingdom you're in, the knights exploring it, and any permanent changes which were made in previous delves. You'll then also read each knight's current passage in its storybook. In this way, each knight's current position in its story arc will add new and shared features and rules to a delve, which affect the entire party. And this construct allows easy swap in or swap out of knights between delves, or even to play the same knight with different playing groups. Through a delve, the knights will be seeking clues, errant, historical, martial or mystic clues, as their primary objectives to forward their own narratives. They will resolve tests and adventures from the exploration decks, and will face at least 2 clashes with enemies and bosses, which are resolved as a grid and dice skirmish battle. Defeat the enemies to win the delve, and complete your personal objectives to progress your knight. Each turn of a delve occurs in 4 basic steps: move, explore, abilities, and end of turn. To move, all knights move as a party. The leader chooses a direction to travel and then places a new kingdom card of the appropriate size and moves the party there. All players find clues according to the exit they leave, and in some cases also the location they find, but also risk generating curse or threat. Larger cards have a greater chance of finding clues and features, but also generate more curse and threat, bringing misfortune and attention to your party. Increasing these tracks can make adventures more difficult, and maxing them out is one of the ways to lose the delve. With 4 different sizes of cards, some exits blocked by panzer gates, and some penalties for backtracking serving as encouragement for continued exploration, a wide variety of unique maps can be explored in the delves. The party then draws and resolves an exploration card. Some resolve directly, Some trigger an adventure from the Kingdom's storybook, and some, using the Knight's specific cards, will resolve a passage in the Knight's book. Adventures are resolved simply using a single D10 roll, generally modified for the Knight's statistics, situational effects like threat or curse, with the options to gain threat, suffer wounds, or something else similar to edge forward towards success. Adventures may lead to other adventures, especially if their outcomes trigger new passages in another Knight's book, known as an active time event. As a final step before the end of round, double-sided ability cards can be played on the delve side for various effects during the turn, but possibly at the cost of its availability for the next clash. You'll then rotate the party leader and play another round. A delve lasts only as long as the encounter decks that were built during setup. After the first deck expires, or earlier if triggered, you will face a clash against a mob of enemies on the battle board. Upon defeating them, you will have until the second deck is exhausted to find the boss's lair and trigger a clash. Defeat the boss and you'll win the delve. Fail to find or fail to defeat the boss and the delve as well as all player objectives are lost. Following each delve, players progress their Knight stories based on success or failure and gain loot. There is a rich range of character building which can be done between delves, with new ability cards to unlock, and gold and merchants available to be visited to gain new items. All that remains is for the players to decide which kingdom and which delve to attempt next. The storybooks in Kingdoms Forlorn are deep, featuring over 1,000 immersive illustrations to bring you into the full Kingdoms Forlorn experience.
And that's our quick how to play of Kingdoms Forlorn to delve. Hopefully it's been useful.
We are using a prototype copy of the game here, and so the rules and components are not final. Do check out the project page for the game, we'll put a link to that in the description below, and there's also a link to our video on the Clash section of the game.
If you enjoyed this video, please help us by hitting the like button. Subscribe to us. You can also hit the meeple in the corner to do that, and hit the bell icon so you'll know when we have new videos. You can also follow me on Instagram for my board games journey.
If you have any questions, comments or feedback, please leave that in the comments section below.
See you next time!